Hello and welcome to episode 8 live review. You guys seen it? That's it. The Skeleton Crew is done. Is is it done? We got 6 people in the chat. Um yeah, I was not expecting that ending. I kind of feel like I got to see it again. Um as I'm watching, that's why I don't do a watch party. As I'm watching the episode, I'm typing up notes basically on my computer. I'm sitting here where I am right now. TV screen is over here, and I'm just like typing any keynotes, funny phrases, or key moments. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel on how it ended. And is this one and done? Like Skeleton Crew was just one season? Let's see. We got a few of you in the chat. You're talking to a level 7 system coordinator, son. Okay. He had to check his son. He's like, let me let you know what your dad be doing. We got Ken Collects, no invite. Damn. We got a Nerd Squash, and you love the finale. Okay. I know there's gonna be some people, maybe I don't know, maybe episode 7 left this taste that yes, the bad guys are gonna win. Yes. Like I love Jod and his character. I'm like, yes, he stayed true. And then to get this at the end of episode 8, I'm like, I don't know. That's why I said I gotta probably rewatch it again. Most likely I'm gonna rewatch it right after this live because my girlfriend's at work and she loves the show. So I'll sit down with her and rewatch it again. Maybe it will hit me different the second time. Hey yo, what up, Chris? I'm not satisfied. Exactly. To me, I wasn't satisfied. Now, was there anything wrong with this episode? I don't think anything was wrong. I just felt like that's it. There was some good scary moments that but nobody ended up dying. Nobody, spoiler alert, if you are watching this live review, you know that we're going to be talking nothing but spoilers. So if you have not seen episode 8 of the Skeleton Crew, rewatch. But yeah, and neither am I. Okay, so there's a couple people that feel like me, um, not being satisfied. The ending was terrible. I will say that. Okay, okay. Yeah, it just kind of left like I wouldn't say. I guess the feeling that I had or have right now, not had but have. I felt this before, but not as big as the Game of Thrones. But if you watch Game of Thrones, that series was nothing but shock factor every single season. Somebody died. Don't get used to anybody being in that series because most likely they're gonna die. And the buildup for the last season of Game of Thrones and what we got, bro, I was pissed. Beyond pissed. Because I was one of those people, you know what? Go ahead and take your time. I want to make sure that we have a bomb ending to a series. I wouldn't say it's the level of that height, but the feeling of man. felt like they could have changed it a little bit or something was missing. I don't know. And I'm glad to see that others in the chat are kind of feeling the same way or some type of way like me. Let's see. He never knew that the B wing shot like that though. That's funny. I didn't even know how to make a video out of this. I don't know. Like, yeah, it's kind of crazy. I was like, where was the B wing during the sequels? Exactly, right? The big wing was the best part of the episode. Yo, that B wing was serious, you know? But okay, let me go into my notes. Shout outs to you, all four of you in the chat. I appreciate you guys. All right, so my notes for tonight's episode. Jod lies to the parents. So that was one thing right there. Like I thought he was gonna strike fear. The way it ended, episode 7, he ignited the lightsaber. But then the way they started was, oh yeah, I'm a Jedi, and what was it? An emissary for the Republic. Your kids were behaving bad. But one thing for sure, Jod made those kids shook. Like those kids were singing the same tune as he was. They didn't want to tell the parents in the beginning because boy, they were afraid that he was gonna cut them up into pieces. So those kids were singing a different tune. So it was like kind of weird. Like, yes, I'm an emissary. I'm a Jedi. Your kids didn't behave. They're bad kids, and he wants the robots to pretty much watch the kids. But Fern and Fern mom come with me. So I was like, okay. I wasn't really like, oh wow, that was cool, or wow, like didn't see that coming, but I didn't see it coming. But that I wanted, not really. I wanted him to continue the badass that he was in episode 7. And then the thing is like how he convinced the droids and even the mom that he's working for them and working for the Republic and all that stuff. Let's see what we got here. The best, Michael Hill, thank you for joining the live stream. Best part was hearing the lock S foils in attack position. Seeing the attentive for like the end of each episode, the final has me wanting more. Yeah, definitely the tandem 4 was pretty dope. Um, I don't know. Like I said, I think I having the X wings, the B wings, all that stuff, like that part was fire. We definitely need like we need a series like Road Squadron. We need something like that because to see battles like this, like even the moment, even it was to some people it could have been kind of corny because Ahsoka got in her spacesuit and she's like flying out there and but it was pretty dope to see Shin and that droid the HK droids in the ships fighting and shooting. And that's one of the things I did like about Ahsoka was like the ship battles and all that stuff. But we need more of that. So to me, that was not the issue. I think to me was like we built episode 7 so high to the point that we're even scared, like, excuse my language, but like who the is gonna die, right? Like we're scared, like, dang, somebody's gonna get chopped up. Jod is not playing around. Give me my money. So then now it's like pretending to be somebody else, and then the struggle with the dad and the dad trying to fight, and you're gonna tell me Jod couldn't take him, could have handled him. I mean, we did get a little bit of a backstory, which I'll go into that, but yeah, something about this episode. I do like that Wim's dad cut loose in a kind of a badass. Yeah, he doesn't look so much like a like what's the word that I'm looking for? uh Bland, plain, like he was just so strict to the books and everything. It was pretty dope to see him like do the little jump and get excited. Um, but let's see. So he acts like he worked for them. The kids are scared. Obviously they're finally going to go see the oh my god. But it's just I'm having a brain fart now. The not the senator. Um but they're finally going to go see the main person. Somebody in the chat help me out because I'm having a brain fart. And it's just a freaking droid. It's just a droid. And he's controlling all droids. And then he believes Ja for a moment because Ja is saying all these words that he's the adversary and the jet representing the Jedi, and that these kids and all that stuff. And then he's like, okay, but I got one question for you though. That all Jedis are enemies to the Republic. Supervisor, there we go. Supervisor. I don't even know why I couldn't think about supervisor. I kept on thinking senator. All right. But the supervisor ends up being like the droid. And I thought that scene was pretty cool. Kind of homage to Qui-Gon in the Trade Federation door. Just kind of like taking the lightsaber right into there and kind of giving the whole city a blackout. That was like the knocks out all the power of the planet. That was pretty crazy. Um, and then obviously just some of the remarks that Jod said, like to Fern, like just messing with her. Hey Fern, bring your mom up to speed. So it's like, all right, I'm waiting for him like to kill someone. I know that's bad of me to say that, but I feel like in order for like we could have just had Anakin become angry, and we could have had Anakin like, just say that he's a Sith now and he believes Palpatine, but we had stages. Anakin killed all the Tusken Raiders. Anakin cut off Mace Windu's arms. Anakin killed all the younglings to get to be that Vader with the yellow Sith eyes battling Obi-Wan. So not saying that, but it gives that more belief. So I felt like John needed to stop toying with the mom. And at one point I thought, okay, is he gonna kill Fern? That would be crazy again, like I said, but it's Disney. I don't think Disney was gonna let that happen. Uh When dad was like, put some respect on my name. You're what up, Star Wars nerd? Obi Sean, yo, Obi Sean is in the building. Thank you guys for joining the live stream. Fern's mom was to help clear the barrier. So for him, and I know she was trying to help him, and obviously she made the barrier clear so that they could come down. But I thought they were just gonna come down and just take the treasure and then bounce. But then when I started seeing them during the blackout, actually come down and start taking everybody out of their homes. They're really invading, and I guess I forget what pirates do. That's what pirates do, right? So they really were gonna take over that whole planet. And then one thing that kind of stood out to me during this whole thing, because we did see, I'm kind of fast forwarding, but we did see something happen to KB, and Jod was like, I wrote it down. I don't want to hurt anyone. I just want everybody to get back to work, to do the great work that you guys do, which is continue to create those gold. So at the end of the day, Jod was still being a pirate. It was all about the money. He just wanted to figure out who was the top dog there, knock on the door, let them know, hey, by the way, I'm the top dog. I got my team coming down. We're gonna make sure that everybody understands that this is you're gonna continue doing what you guys are doing, but you gotta pay us. Mm, Wizard Nerd 76, what's up? Oh man, the B Wing and the X Wing were amazing. I love that they pulled a rebel and did that one attack on the pirate ship. Definitely. That scene was great. That scene was great, and that's why I said we need some type of like road squadron, show and focus on a couple of maybe I don't know, a team of rookie X-wing or rebel fighters or and they're in join the academy and one's a smart one, like a typical show. One's a smart one, one's the hotshot smart ass. You got a female in there trying to prove herself against everybody else. And then maybe you got some cute alien, and they're all like X-wing pilots or B-wings or whatever, and it's that show, and I think that would be amazing if we had something like that. Mind if I join for a bit? They got a little too close to killing Neil for my liking. Yes, a couple of times. So I did write that on there. Let me see, where was it at? Wim telling his dad the truth, which he was just dying to tell his dad. And you know, sometimes as a parent, right? So now I'm trying to think of, Wim's dad, right? He's happy that his son is there and alive and came back. But in the same sense, like he's a parent telling Wim, like, this what happens when you don't follow the rules. You went out there in space, like stop this, already. Listen, but Wim just wants him to like, dad, you don't know how it is out there. Like saying, dad, you don't know how it is out there in the streets. Okay, dad, you're up in here and and doing the great work, but you don't know how it is out there in the galaxy. So it was cool that to finally like, Wim's dad kind of turning it around and finally just listen to your son. I mean, he was out there. He had to tell you what's been going on. Neil taking a bath again. Yo, that killed me in that moment. I'm like, Neil, again, you're taking a bath? Nothing wrong about taking a bath, but man, during the whole blackout, my man is taking a bath. Kids come up with the plan to call for help. So I thought that was really cool to see Neil and the little speeder bike pull up with KB and to Wim's house and like, yo, we gotta help Fern. We gotta send out a signal. Let's like these kids are like they've been through so much to see them as kids like being like, so scared and out there in the galaxy to like this last episode, like, bro, we're stronger than our parents. We know more than our parents. That was pretty cool. Oh, let's see. AI droid thing, I got somewhat right about at and being a dark side with this supervisor. Yes, laugh out loud. Nerd out was screaming, yes, at the part. Oh my god, come on. So so they finally get on the speeder bikes, right? And I wrote on here the speeder bikes through the school. That was crazy. That like KB was like, let's just go through here. And I'm like, are they really riding the speeder bikes in a school? And that's when Neil's speeder bike got hit. And I was like, no, bro, I don't even know if I would have been able to do the live. I probably would have had to just tell you guys, hey guys, I'll do a review tomorrow. Too emotional if Neil died. Let's see what else I have here. The pirate invasion. That was kind of scary, right? We got that little scary pirate invasion coming in, started shooting up any houses, shooting up things, taking everybody out of the house. We saw Neil's dad and mom and everybody coming out of the house with the little kids walking the streets. I'm like, damn, they really like they taking over. I put here Neil. Oh my God, thank God he wasn't hurt. The Onyx Cinder being locked down, that was a little challenge. I knew it was very significant in that moment where in episode 7 when the Onyx Cinder came down, I just see that latch on top of the landing gear. I was like, that's something there. Like it kept it locked down. and it comes to come back in episode 8 that they have to make a mission now to unlock that. They couldn't get away. Hey, what up, Brooke? Hey, what's up, Ricky? Overall, I thought the show was all right. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess I expected something a little bit different with the ending. I really enjoyed the show. I'm not gonna lie to you. Um, I don't know if my the ending is gonna give me an overall lower score. I know I've been scoring the show kind of high. Um, I think I gave the majority of the shows 8 out of 10. I know last week's episode, I don't know if I gave it a rating. If I did it, I don't know if it was 9 out of 10 or 10 out of 10 because last week, man, just seeing Jod being a badass and screaming at them kids, I'm like, bro, the bad guys are winning. The bad guys winning. Did you know, Andrew, what's up? Did you know what story it was telling in the end credits? Was it the story of the original owner of their ship? Oh, you know what? Actually, because since the I finished, I think I finished at 9:36, 37. I saw them showing something on the screen, but I had to go to the restroom because then the live was gonna come on. I set this live up for 9:40. So I know I told myself here in the notes when you rewatch it later with 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 Diana, my girlfriend, make sure you pay attention to the end credits because I saw something there. The only thing I did see was there was the four kids on top of the onyx cinder. So like it kept on flipping through different pictures, but I thought maybe they were just flipping through scenes that might have happened during the season, but I didn't catch all of it. I'd imagine they all need a bath afterwards. Oh yes, they do. Battle packs. That was ass. Yep. Okay. A lot of people are kind of feeling like how I'm feeling. Yo, shout outs to Star Wars Nerd Double Zero for gifting another Pop the Bounty Collector membership. Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate you so much, bro. Thank you. Neil should have come on, bro. Why would you want this? Why would you want this cuteness to die, bro? Why would you want this cuteness to die? Come on. I bet you next you want Grogu to die. Sorry, can't talk about a bubble now like Neo. Oh, sorry, can't talk in a bubble now like Neo. Okay, I'm sorry. Died. Obi Sean, I'm about about a bed. Oh, you mean I'm out of bed? Your Galactic Cantina. The attack of the city was fun watching, but the ending was pretty lackluster. Feels like they were building for a season 2, but changed their mind. Hmm. Pirates had worse aim than Stormies. Fuck yeah, Battle Pack's true. Battle Pack's official. They got the pilot force bubble. Laugh out loud. Mando season 2 was the one and only good finale Disney has done. I was expecting Jod not to lose that easy. I feel like he should have killed the dad instead of just standing there. Exactly. I felt like, come on, man. And you telling me you can't pull that lightsaber away from Wim? Come on. It appeared to be a story of a fallen Jedi, but wasn't sure. Oh, I gotta rewatch that. Thank you for pointing that out again, Andrew. Appreciate that. With that, I was expecting at the end of the credit scenes. Me too. Nice Neil pillow, bro. Thank you, Obi Sean. I appreciate that. Yo, what you got? What? What you got that Neil pill for? To go to sleep, man. We need something to hug, go to sleep. You know, nice Neil pillow. But let's see. But let's go back to my notes. Lock Onyx and her son. Oh, okay. So one of the funniest part is when his dad had to check his son. It's his son. You're talking to a level 7 system coordinator. I thought that was funny. Like, "Dad, can you do that?" Fern talked to mom about the good people in the galaxy. I thought that was cool. Like, it again, a lot of those people that live in Atten has not experienced what these kids experience, even though it was what, 6 episodes, 2 or 3 different planets or sections of the world that they've been in. These kids have more experience than their parents. So, it was cool seeing Fern talking to her mom, letting her know. um, I love, again, being the bad guy, right? You see Fern and her mom talking back and forth, and she's like, "I'm gonna grab the gun, you distract them," and all of a sudden, again, Jod does a little shot right next to Fern's mom's head and say, "Hey, you two, stop scheming. I hear you guys." Again, I just love that part where, bro, they built it so high that Jod is a badass to the point that all of us were really kind of low key rooting for Jod. And again, to see him struggle with Wim's dad, to see him struggle to grab the lightsaber out of Wim's hand and then just stay there. I don't know, man. I don't know about that ending. I It just didn't feel right. Like after such a build up, you know? And then what else we got here? Love the simple fact that as soon as they got up, she called the owl lady, Kim, "Yo, we need them X-Wings ASAP." And she's like, "Don't worry about it. We're gonna send them, really quick, like a couple clicks away or something like that." And then SM-33, that was a good part to see SM-33 again. We all kind of like, even though we know SM-33 is a droid and you could repair it and you could fix it. Like, how many times C3PO have hurt themselves and you could always refix it, reprogram it. Um, but just the simple fact to see that it was SM-33 that was still flying the ship, but KB was holding the head, and then the little rat creature is still alive. That was cool. Uh, I don't want to miss anything. Good season, bad ending, 6.5 out of 10. So, are we talking about 6.5 overall the season, or tonight's episode was a 6.5? I want someone to show up at the end to hit for the Dave Filoni average type of movie. Yeah, we wanted something, but I don't know. I don't know, because obviously all this stuff was filmed and edited and all that stuff a long time ago, right? Like, I mean, it's possible, but I don't know if they're gonna continue recording. They couldn't continue recording, so I guess, I mean, I think in different series, don't you film different types of endings to kind of feel like, hey, this is the direction we should go, or let's hear the buzz around. I don't know. Again, I don't know how shows work or anything like that, but do they create multiple endings or different ending scenarios, and depending on how the buzz is from the fans and them watching the show and wondering what's going to happen next, they'd be like, you know what, let's go with this ending because it leads perfect to another season, or it goes perfect with the way the fans have been feeling. I don't know, but that wasn't the ending that I wanted. I'll let you know that. I was prepared to scream if Neil died. I'm so happy he didn't. How did even all the characters survive? The only notable death was Brutus, but that's it. Yeah. Oh yeah. Sidebar. Sorry about your butt, bro. You're a jerk. It was nice seeing the Corvette ship at the end. A little hint to Leia's tandem for overall 6.5. Okay. Overall 6.5. What else is coming? The New Republic is coming. The cinder is hit and crashes down with KB. I mean, I didn't see no explosion, so I wasn't thinking that KB's dead. There was no way KB was gonna die. Now, if the ship had exploded, or did it explode? No, it didn't. I think we felt like some type of like debris burst, but it wasn't like no big crazy explosion. But I didn't think she was gonna die. Um, let's see what else I got here. Jedi's found Jot. So here's the thing that I want to kind of like, and maybe you guys can help me in the chat. This is what I was able to kind of remember and pick up what he said. So that, he keep on talking about the Jedi's in the world and all this stuff, and he was getting upset and passionate about his talk, but he said the Jedi's found him and she taught him. She was the one that said he had potential. And then they killed her in front of him. So who is she? So Jod was kind of taught some things about the Force, and he was found by a Jedi, a female Jedi, and she was teaching him because he had potential, but then she was murdered right in front of him. Very interesting. If you guys remember that part, if there's anything that I left out, please let me know. But that's what I wrote down here in my notes of what I was listening to, what he was saying. I feel like a lot of stuff was cut out and had reshots. Maybe it's a possibility. It is a possibility. They filmed this show like 3 years ago. Fun fact. Oh, Shogun with the $2. Did they ever say what the great work was? I appreciate you. Thank you for the $2. I guess the great work is just making the Republic credits. That is the great work. Because from what Jod said, he didn't want to hurt anyone. I just want everybody to get back to work and continue doing the great work, which I think the great work was making those credits. I'm assuming, but I don't know how. What was it? A level 7 system coordinator? Maybe. I mean, they had what was it, 1100 volts, 1139 volts, full of all those gold credits. So I'm assuming that that's the great work that they're talking about. But thank you for the $2. I appreciate you. Shogun, wasn't that the volt? And the great work was making credits. Yeah. So that's what I assume. It was making the credits. And is now free from barriers. So it's so crazy, right? I mean, we saw it in episode 7, but thinking the planet of Atten, and then they get there, and all you see is like these clouds and smoke and all this stuff. It looks like very poisonous and unlivable planet, and it was just that barrier that was created as soon as they at the supervisor building tower pull that lever down. Boom, it's all gone, and it's just a little planet like that. That was crazy. Um, and what else? X-Wings army showed up with all the pirates. KB falling down with all those credits and the cinder, and then the first thing she asked is, "Did we win?" And then SM-33 was he said that was one of his worst landings ever. I thought that was pretty funny. I mean, the dad had a pretty high ranking for sitting in a cubicle. I know, right? Level 7 in a cubicle, and he couldn't hide something. I mean, my man, what was he in his cubicle putting that whatever electrical piece that he put in and started typing, but he couldn't hide anything. That's hilarious. He didn't want to hurt anyone. My ass. He had his men shoot at the planet. Yeah, that's true. They came down and they invade. It was crazy. It was crazy. I think when I'm watching, as I'm sitting here talking to everyone here, and shout outs to all 10 of you here in the chat. I appreciate everybody. Um, the episode was good. I just think leaves a bad taste in my mouth and maybe to others is just the way that ended. The struggle with Wim's dad, the struggle with pulling the lightsaber from Wim, like, come on, and I felt like Jod could have did something more. Even in that moment, because prior to this review live, I was in Gazer and Battle Packs and Daisy's live stream, and Gazer had pointed out the way Jod was moving the lightsaber. It didn't look like he was like professional, like he knew how to move it. But even when those droids were attacking him, he knew how to sling that lightsaber. He knows how to use it. It's very interesting to see. It would have been dope, and I don't know if maybe this was recorded, but maybe they said, you know what, we don't need it. Let's cut it out. Maybe we do find out who was his master or Jedi that trained him? Who was she? Maybe we did get a flashback because we look at the Mando series, right? Because we want to compare apples to apples, right? In series, or this is only one season, but they did show Mando being saved by the Night Watch, right? They kept on replaying that kid hiding in the dumpster because he hates droids so much, right? He didn't want to mess with droids. If you watch Mando, he doesn't like droids, right? Because droids came to take over where he lived and his parents and everything. And then you see the Night Watch save him. So it would have been kind of dope to see some type of flashback like that, to see a young kid and a Jedi, with robes and everything, female Jedi comes to save him and kind of trains him, and then maybe it would have been kind of cool if he was able to convince Wim or take Wim, kind of like if he was like a Sith or what is it called, a vigilante like Balin had Shin. It would have been kind of cool to see Jod kind of like he's like a Jedi, but not really. Like he doesn't follow the lines of the Jedi, but knows how to use the Force. And Wim is so like a gullible kid that he believes Jod to this day is still a Jedi, and he convinced him like, "Come with me and let me train you," kind of like Darth Maul trying to teach Ezra. Um, that would have been kind of cool, something kind of different. Maybe it could have continued a different season, another season of Skeleton Crew. I don't know. I just felt like Jod's character was built up so good, but to then have a flat ending like that, it I don't know. It didn't rub me the right way. Where we at? Mm, I feel like the ad-ins needed the barrier to survive was wrong and something that the higher ups just fabricated. I think they just wanted to protect against the outsiders so it wouldn't have it. And also, what are they gonna do with those credits? I mean, they were supplying the Republic with the credits, right? And they have over 1100 volts, but they haven't seen an adversary come to pick them up for a while. So it's like, because obviously things has changed out there, but they also knew about Order 66 and how Jedis are no longer like, they're enemies of the Republic. So a lot of things just make me wonder, because I know Wim's dad gave him some of those gold, republics and credit, and like, hey, that's your food for the week, your lunch for the week. So they use it there, right? But they don't need 1100 volts of all that gold for that planet for them. They actually supplying that for who, right? And I know there was someone, I don't know if it was in a live chat or somebody, I thought that would be crazy that they said that imagine if the supervisor was Thrawn. That would have been crazy. That would have been crazy because then I could see like Thrawn is using those Republic credits, build his army. Um, but I don't know. I it's again the ending just got me messed up a little bit. Let's see. The same fate as the other planets. Yeah, his master was Daisy. His master was Daisy. The biggest disappointment was no Hondo. It's like making Pirates of the Caribbean without Jack Sparrow. Yeah, I felt okay. So my original, I know there's always going to be a story, but I thought this was going to be, I thought this series was going to be like Mando. Because if you remember Mando, right? The main story of the Mando season one was who is this baby Yoda? What do they want to do with him? Let me protect him, and I have to basically survive because they're chasing me because there's a bounty against me because I took Grogu. Okay? So that's the main story. But within that season, he went to different planets, ran into different characters where he needed to help them out. Either, hey, help me out with this bounty because I can't get this person. Hey, help this lady with the frog eggs, get her kid or her kids to her husband and this different planet. So many different things. So I thought that in this series we were gonna get them to go to different planets so the kids could learn like they were gonna make their way back home, right? So it was curious kids that found a ship that somehow ended up out in space with an old robot that doesn't know where their home is. They're lost. They found a guy that's kind of shady, but maybe they were gonna go from planet to planet and after each episode or each area they visited, they're getting one step closer to getting back home. And they did go to a different planet at Akron. They went to the space pirate port. They went to the moon where Kim was. Where else did they go? Did they go anywhere else? But I felt like they were gonna go to different planets and meet people, and then Hondo was gonna show up, or maybe they end up going and they run into Phoenix Shan, or they end up going to Navarro and they get and the kids meet Grogu, and Navarro because that's where Mando is, and maybe Mando helps him out in a mission or something. I don't know. I thought that it was going to be something like that, and I felt like they could have done that and still continue the story because One Piece they wanted. I think they could have done that. Oh, and they also went to sorry, I forgot the mountain where the spa mountain and all that stuff. That episode was pretty good because you saw me in there. I was in the mud. If you remember that's the episode, I ate one of the people that was helping me. But anyways, and that could have draw out the episodes, not just 8. Maybe we could have got 12. Maybe we could have got 13 episodes. And yeah, people will call them I don't like this episode because it's fillers, but it could be a filler, but also like focusing on a kid's story, like one of the kids, or focusing on bringing Hondo, right? And maybe Hondo helps them out, or Hondo tricks them, and somehow Hondo knows, hey, if I help these kids out, they live in a planet that has treasure, and that's what I want. But we didn't get that. I feel like Wim is meant to wield a lightsaber. I hope we don't get another Finn situation. They just throw that theory in the trash. Yeah, yeah. So what else do I have here? Looks like you don't need to take any more assessments anymore. I like that at the end, and like Wim is looking up and looking at the ship and smiling. It's like looks like you don't have to take any assessments anymore. But yeah, those are all my notes. Oh, we got some more here. Some more on the chat. They both basically straight trash, force used in Jod's words, doing what they had to survive. Now it was the Inquisitors that killed her. We still don't really know exactly what timeline this is in. One number off, 1,338 or 184 was good. Not to George Lucas. The supervisor was played by Stephen Fry. I was expecting someone cool and wise, but it was just an AI powered droid who got destroyed too easily for being such an important to the world. We got, I said the same thing. I collected. We got Victoria in the building. Victoria, thank you for joining the live stream. She got Vader. Victoria, hello again. Hello, Galactic. I thought they were gonna kill Neo Loki. No. Why does everybody want to kill Neo? No. But yeah, they almost killed. And yo, shout out to Neo, bro. Neo grew a lot in this series to a wimpy kid that just want to go home, want to be with his family, taking his nice sweet bubble baths, and to a little badass. I mean, you think about it, even though he fainted, he was the one that was a G that threw the rock at SM-33 when he was turning on the kids. Um, Again, he pulls up with KB in a speeder bike, like, yo, what's up, Wim? We gotta save Fern. Let's go. And then gets knocked down of his speeder bike. You know, he could have been crying, been screaming, but he's like, nah, guys, go. Don't worry. You're gonna need some type of distraction. And then he goes into this big turret thing and starts shooting things down, shooting the pirates down. And then my man hops out of the turret because he knows they're about to blow that up. Thought that's the second moment that I thought maybe he almost could have died. But man, Neil ended up being a G, bro. And he got the kiss. He got the kiss from the girl. So I'm just saying, Neil MVP. That was a close one. No, I don't want that because Neil's overrated. Hey. Your Philadelphia Eagles are overrated. Okay. Neil grew a lot. I noticed that. It's true. Oh, pretty soon he's gonna have to keep that trunk down. But they almost did kill him. Oh my god. I love Neil. I feel like Wim's dad sacrificing himself at end and end up dying would have been a great character development for Wim and give him a purpose. I said that Wim's dad was gonna die, and I felt like yes, you're what is it, Uncle Ben's story. Yeah, Wim is not gonna be Spider-Man, but Wim could grow up to be one of the great Jedis, right? You need some type of sacrifice, some type of pain to continue the story. Mufasa, Simba, he had to lose his dad. You have to lose somebody, but it didn't happen. Yes, I thought they were gonna kill him. Wim's dad. Let's go, Buffalo. Tampa Bay sucks. Hey, you get out of here, you Josh Allen fan. What's up, Ricky? Just finished watching the final Lucasfilm. Where is season two? I don't know. I don't know if season two is gonna happen the way it ended. I don't even know how you could start. Like, what even happened to Jot? Did that place blow up? I'm trying to remember. Like they all escape in the elevator for the supervisor tower, and Jot just stays there. But what happened to Jot? Did that tower blow up? Is he dead? I don't know. Salacious B. Crumb over Neil. Really? We got an A team back. A team back. Oh man. Well, thank you everybody that's been part of this chat. We got about 8 people in here. I appreciate everybody and your thoughts. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and rewatch it again. If I feel something different, I might post a video reviewing the entire season. But yeah, right now I'm like, I don't know, man. I just felt like it could have been a little bit different. but I know that I was happy with all the episodes, and that to me, this still is better than the Acolyte. This to me, I like this better than Andor season one. Don't come at me, Andor fans. I just didn't like Andor. Um, Andor season two, though, you know that Drake meme when Drake is like, you see Andor season one, and he's like, and then you see Andor season two, and then he's like, season two might be better. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Buffalo Bills forever. Okay. Just saying Bills and Birds Super Bowl would be a wild tailgate. Okay. Season two isn't even mentioned. It would be like 5+ years until we hear something. Victoria is laughing. Are you laughing at my Drake meme? I don't know why Victoria is laughing. But I hope everybody has a rest of great of your Tuesday night. I will be live Friday. I think Friday I'm gonna be doing more of the Lego Star Wars Skywalker saga. I'm still in season. I'm still in episode one. So be on the lookout for that. And I'm excited. I got my hot toy. Excuse me. I got my Oh my god. Now I'm gonna get attacked. Um I got my hot toy coming this week. Darth Revan is coming in. So I will be doing a live unboxing of that. And yeah, I think that's all I got for this week. Let's see. Yes, the Drake meme. Tampa reminds me of Java. Okay. Good night, Victoria. You have a good night. Bless you. Thank you. Bless you. Have a good one, bud, in the chat. Everybody, stay safe. Peace.